What is up, guys? Glarg here. Today, I have a tier list. And not just any tier list. An Identity 5 tier list. That's right, baby. Today, I'm going to be ranking survivors and hunters that I could beat in a fight. Yeah, that's right. A fight. A 1v1 scenario where I will, and they will, fight using every last bit of their power. So, this is going to consider the character's abilities in game, but mostly their physique, how strong they are, how weak and feeble they are. Let me, before I get started, show my tiers here. So the first tier is I'll literally kill them. Like this fight isn't fair at all. It's completely tilted in my favor. I will kill them. I'll smear them onto the floor. Um all right, so that's one. Then two, I would destroy them. So not like a like I'm like I would just totally destroy them, like just into the next dimension type of thing. This is just I would win. It wouldn't be any even close, but they would probably be walking out alive, right? This is I would win, just like a pretty humble fight. I would win, and yeah, that's what would be the outcome of that. Yeah, fair fight. So that means me and them, we are on an equal playing field. We're both around the same amount of skill and power, and it would be a tie. It would end up being a tie, similar to the ties in the game Identity 5. Then next is I would lose. So it wouldn't be anything show stopping. It would just I wouldn't win the fight. It I mean that's a rare thing. I would rarely ever lose because I'm so powerful and I work out 6 times a day. I have really big polygons and trapezoids. Like I'm really strong. Like you don't even know. But yeah. Next tier, I would get my ass whooped. So I would lose so hard that I would it would be so humiliating and embarrassing. I would just get destroyed, pummeled, if you will. Next tier, I'm not fighting you out of respect. So this is either because I like the character, like a lot, or just because they're so noble and so high up that I probably won't even uh give them the inconvenience to take time out of their day to even fight because they have a lot of better things to do and I don't really want to get in the way of that. Then the last tier is I don't beat women because I'm better than that, right? So, now that we know our tiers, let's get into it. First guy that we got here is a lucky guy. The character that you start the game as, that you start the tutorial as, the first survivor that you get. And he's going to be an easy one. He's going to be an easy first fight. I would kill him. So what would happen is it would probably go like this. So he doesn't seem like the very confident type. He would probably be slouching and be like, I guess we're going to be fighting, huh? So what I would do is I would first reach for his glasses and I would throw them onto the ground and smash them. So now he has impaired vision, right? Then I would probably I would sucker punch him really hard, and then he would hit the ground, and then I would start kicking him over and over until he didn't breathe anymore, and that's how the fight would go. He is a very weak, embarrassing character, and he would just get demolished, and that would be the end of that. He would die. All right, next is Doctor. I don't beat women. I don't like Doctor in game. Like not the character. I don't really know much about her as a character. But when I'm playing Hunter and I get Doctor, it makes me really mad because it's such a brain dead playstyle. Just throw down the pallet and then heal behind it. Like wow, you're so good at the game. But yeah, I don't beat women, so you're going right here. Next we have Lawyer. This isn't even a conversation we're going to be having. I would kill him. So, unlike Lucky Guy, I hate this guy. I don't like him. He's ugly, he's stupid, he's a wife stealer, and like how does he even steal somebody's wife? Look at him. He looks like a chump. He looks like a little chipmunk. He's a pipsqueak. he would be a stain on the floor after I'm done with him. That's not even a question. Next is thief. All right, so the thing about this guy, he's an unhinged individual. He's a creepy guy. The way he talks to Gardner in the story is kind of weird. Um, there would probably be a level of mystery around him. So I don't think I would absolutely kill him. I think I would win. I would win the fight, but he would pulse out some unpredictable moves, right? And it would be it would be an interesting fight, and everything about it would absolutely make me the winner because I'm awesome. Gardner, I like you, but I don't beat women. You're going right here, buddy. Magician, alright, so now we're getting into the characters that have special abilities, right? So he's a master of disguise. He could go invisible. However, during this fight, I'm going to be carrying a bucket of tar. So when he turns invisible after he uses his magic wand, I'm going to throw tar, and then that will go onto him, and then I'll be able to see where he is, and then I will beat his ass into the ground. So I would literally destroy him. He would put up a fair fight, but he's dead. He's gone. Explorer, what are you gonna do against me, buddy? Are you gonna go all small on me? I'm just gonna punt kick you. I'm gonna kick you so hard, and you're gonna hit a hard surface and break every bone in your body, and that's what's gonna happen. Um, I'd kill you. You would die. You would be you wouldn't even be a molecule after I'm done with you, buddy. All right, mercenary. So I'm actually a mercenary main, right? And I happen to know a fair bit about him. I would get my ass whooped. So yeah, he's been on battlefields. He's killed many people. He's done many horrific things in his life. He's seen everything. He's seen it all. He's a very stone cold man, and he definitely has the prowess and the strength to get his job done. And I would die. It wouldn't even be a question. I would die. I'd be dead. I wouldn't even be here talking about it if we had a fight. So that's mercenary. Priestess, I don't beat women. I hate I hate Priestess. I hate playing against her. And I hate how when I'm playing Survivor and I have a Priestess on my team, they're typically very stupid and dumb. And they don't know how to kite, and when they're out of portals, they are useless. Hi coordinator, you're cool. I don't beat women. Plus, even if we did fight, you would shoot me and I would die. Mechanic, I love Mechanic. I don't beat women. But if it were a situation where I had to fight her, I wouldn't even want to. I'm not fighting out of respect because I like Tracy Resnick from Identity 5. This wouldn't happen. I wouldn't fight her. Forward, also known as William Ellis. I love William Ellis. I would get my ass whooped. He would kill me. He would probably tackle into me as hard as he could, and I'd break. All of my bones would break. I would die. I would be. I would be nothing but smoke, ashes after I'm done in this interaction. So forward, I don't know why he has two little forms going in here, but I'm just gonna ignore this one for now. Mind's eye, I don't beat women. I'm above that. I'm not that type of guy. Um, Especially because it wouldn't even be fair if we did fight because she couldn't really see it coming. Perfumer, I don't beat women. Same story. Cowboy. So this is interesting, right? So Cowboy, he's a weathered man. He's been through a lot of stuff. It would probably be a fair fight. It would probably be a tie. Just kidding, I'd win. He has a lasso, and that wouldn't really help him in a battle. What I would probably do is I would choke him out, but I wouldn't kill him because I respect him that much. He wouldn't do any damage to me because I'm awesome. Um, so I'd be walking away scuff free. Nothing would be wrong with me, but he would be pretty banged up. But he's a pretty cool guy. I probably would have taken his hat too because his hat's cool. So he would be hatless and defeated after that interaction. I'm actually gonna put forward back here because that's gonna mess me up. Female dancer, I don't beat women. The new story made me empathize a lot with her even more, so that's even more of a reason I want to do it. Seer. So this is a little interesting, right? So he has a little birdie with him. He has a little owl. Um, Gertrude, I think her name is. And I used to be a Seer main, so I've been through the ringer with Seer. I've done spent many hours with this guy. It would I would win. But I would respect the bird. You don't hit the bird. You don't hit animals. That's not right. And I'm a respectable gentleman. I don't do that thing. Um, but I would beat him. It wouldn't be by a landslide, but I'd beat him. Um, he probably can't really see me. He could feel me with his uh divination or whatever, but his bird would probably be pecking at me, and that would hurt a little bit. I'll admit that, but I would beat him. He would be hunched over. He would be clumped onto the floor. He would be totally slumped after I'm done with him. Embalmer, I'm not fighting you out of respect. As everybody knows, I am an embalmer main. I love embalmer. Um, all I do all day is embalm people. I'm I'm quite knowledgeable in cadavers and um rebirth and embalming people. So yeah, I'm not fighting out of respect because I wouldn't want to fight him because even if I did fight him, he'd probably have a needle. He'd stick me with it. I'd fall asleep, and then he would kill me. Then I would end up being embalmed, and that is not what you want to see. Prospector, it would be a fair fight. It would be a fair fight because he's a man that's very he's what's the word I'm looking for? He's a very persistent man. When he has his eyes set out on something, he gets it done. So if his eyes were set out on beating my ass, you probably could do that. However, I'm too strong and powerful for that. So he wouldn't beat my ass, but it would be a fair fight. We'd probably both be laying on the ground, exhausted, like breathing heavily after the battle's done. Um, but yeah, he's a pretty strong guy. I don't think I would really destroy him, and I don't think he would destroy me, and that's where that's gonna end. Enchantress, I don't beat women. I love Patty, and I'm not laying a finger on you. Wildling. Alright, so I'm not fighting you out of respect. I love Wildling. I don't play Wildling. Um, but in the story, he's a very nice guy. He doesn't want to see anybody fight because he's so caring and considerate of others. Thank you, Wildling. But yeah, I'm not going to fight you because I like you and I don't want to hurt you. Plus, you have a cute little boar, and I wouldn't want to take his owner away from him, okay? Acrobat, I'm not fighting you out of respect because I'm also an acrobat main. I love acrobat. However, if I did fight him, I would destroy him because he's but a wee little twink. I would snap all of his bones. No, he would die. I would kill him. So, as much as I like acrobat, and I am an acrobat main, I would kill him, and there's no doubt about it. He would die, and he would be nothing but a scrumbled up paper ball on the ground. He would be a pretzel after I'm done with him. First officer, I would probably lose. He's been through a lot. He's been out on boats. He's been the first at a lot of things, and he would probably be first. He would be the number one. He'd be the winner in this fight. Um, I don't know much about first officer. Matter of fact, I don't really like him. His playstyle's dumb. But I would lose because he's a gruff man. He's strong and he's handsome and he's so big. Barmaid, I don't beat women. I'm above it. Postman, I wouldn't fight you out of respect. However, I would destroy him. So the thing is, I'd feel bad because he has Wick, his cute little dog, and I wouldn't want to take his best friend away from him. Best friend being Postman, I would not hurt the dog. However, he can't really fight. He can't really hold himself up in a fight. All he can do is send letters. So I would probably go up to him. I would be like, "Hey, can I see that letter?" And he'd be like, "No, letters are sacred." But he won't say that because he's mute. But before he would even consider saying that, I would whoop his ass, and then he would pass out and probably forget about the whole thing because of all the brain damage I would give him. Gravekeeper. So he is a very disgruntled individual. So it would be a fair fight because He may not be strong. Well, he might be strong physically, but he doesn't look like it. He looks very weak and feeble. Um, he looks like a gust of wind could knock him over. But what you're not considering is that he has a shovel, and that shovel would most likely take me out. Plus, if he's digging graves all day, he's keeping those graves. He's been digging a lot. That means he has a lot of upper body strength, and I don't think I would. I would destroy him. I don't think I would destroy him, but he would destroy me because I'm so powerful and awesome. So that wouldn't happen. It would be a fair fight, similar to Prospector. We'd both be laying on the ground, just kind of just out of it after the whole thing. So prisoner, Luca Balza. So I would win. It wouldn't be a destroying type matter. I would just win. It would be a humble fight, modest even. I would fight him. I would beat him. Might have a couple scratches. He doesn't seem like a strong guy, but I know he's got a couple screws loose. Um, so he'll probably pull out some unpredictable moves against me. He'd probably shock me or something, and that would be quite shocking. Go hook, but I wouldn't lose. I would win ultimately. Entomologist, I don't beat women. Painter, I don't beat women. Ha, just kidding. I would fucking kill him. So Edgar, I like him as much as the next guy, but what can he do? He can't do anything. If he even tried to pull his little painting thing on me, I'd grab his brush and I'd snap it, and then I'd laugh, then I'd snap his neck, and he would die. So he would be on the ground dead after I'm done with him because he has nothing. He has no muscles. He's just a little daisy, and I would rip him out of the ground and I'd snap him in half. Ganji Gupta, also known as the Batter, I'd get my ass whooped. He's a very strong guy. Actually, no, I'm not fighting you out of respect because I love Ganji. I wouldn't hurt you. I wouldn't lay a finger on you. I wouldn't want to take the time out of my day. Also, because I knew if I'd fight you, I would get my ass eaten. I would get destroyed. So he would go here if I wanted to fight him, but I don't want to fight him. Merc, I don't want to fight him either, but if we're doing this game this way, he's yeah. Toy merchant, I would probably play toys with her, but I wouldn't fight her because she's a woman and I don't beat women. Patient, Emil Mesmer, I'd destroy him. So he's a very weak individual. Um, I'd absolutely kill him. Yeah, I'd kill him. I wouldn't destroy him. I'd kill him. So he's so weak, and he's really stupid too. So I would probably grab his head and smash it against a wall, and then I'd keep doing it until he's mush on the ground. Psychologist, I know I said I don't beat women, but her life wouldn't really be complete without a meal, and his wouldn't be complete without her. So she's a rare exception. I'd kill her. I'd kill her probably in front of Emil so he can watch it happen. Mostly because I don't like e-daters that play these characters. Um, so yeah, they'd both be dead. They'd both be meat on the ground. Novelist, Orpheus, the man behind the games. I would get my ass whooped. So he may not look like a strong guy, but he's very smart. Um, and this is not even considering his in-game form. I'm considering what the detective form of Orpheus. He's a messed up man. He would destroy me. He'd kill me. I would be dead. Little girl, I would kill her. I know I said I don't beat women, but I hate little girl. Um, Especially because of how it's free pickings. I would kick her really hard and send her flying up into the sun, and then she would burn up into the sun and die. Like that's I'm no, we're not. We're done talking here. Weeping clown, I'd kill him. He's actually no, I'd destroy him. No, I'd kill him. I hate him a lot, especially because of the new event, right? But the reason I had a little hesitation is because he's a very messed up guy. He's killed many people. He could probably kill me too, but I wouldn't even let that happen. What I would do is I'd kill him. I would probably bring a gun, so it'd be an unfair fight, and I'd just kill him right then and there. Just so he doesn't even have the the gratification of having an even fight, right? Professor. Lucino. So it would be a fair fight. He's a guy. He has scales. He might be able to block a couple of my attacks if he times it right. Um, but yeah, he's strong. He's powerful. He has a couple tools up his belt. Um, so it would be a fair fight. It would. I would do pretty well against him. He would do pretty well against me. Case closed. Antiquarian. I don't beat women. Composer. I'd kill him. I would kill him. He has nothing. He's nothing but a weak, feeble man. He's tiny. He's French. That gives me even more of a reason to kill him. So yeah, he would join the gang. He would get smeared on the wall. He'd be paint. I don't beat women. Little girl's an exception, even though she's just a younger form of her. Aeroplanist, I'd get my ass whooped. The thing about Aeroplanist is I don't like him. I don't like his playstyle. I don't like how he looks. But you can't deny that he is a big, buff, strong man, and he would destroy me. I would get obliterated by him. Cheerleader, I don't beat women. Wow, we're getting pretty far into this layer here. It's almost like there's a lot of women in this game. Puppeteer, I'd kill him. So I love Puppeteer. I love Matthias Zernin. He's my little guy. He's my little boy. Um, and I would do no harm to him, but in this case, I would. I'd kill him. I would hang him with jumper cables. Even he would get so destroyed. He's very weak. He's hurt. He his face is disfigured from the fire. Um, so he wouldn't even be able to see from one side. So I'd probably be in his blind spot. I'd sucker punch him. It would make him all dizzy. Then I would kill him really hard. Florian, fire investigator. Okay, so I would lose. So this is a man with a mission, a man with a plan. I love Florian Brand. But I would lose this fight. Because not only does he have the ability to put down little airbags to save people from fires that he starts, but he's a very messed up individual. He wants to be the hero. He has a hero complex. He wants to be the one walking away from. I don't know where I was going with that, but I would lose because he's a strong. He's probably not strong, but to be a firefighter, you have to be pretty strong. Got to lift debris, got to lift rubble. So he's probably powerful. He's a little crazy, because he starts fires for no reason, just to be the hero, and that's a pretty messed up thing to do. Shame on you, buddy. Even though I love you. Uh, Fire lady, I don't beat women. Knight, I destroy him. So he's a very messed up, horrible guy. He's a shitty person, even. I would destroy him. I'd snap his little stupid sword in half. I'd grab his helmet, I would put it on his head, and I'd start banging probably like a hammer against it, so it'd make a lot of reverb noises inside, and it would give him probably a headache, and that would suck for him. Then I would take the helmet back off, and then I would beat him up until he's knocked out, and I would destroy him in a fight. He's not strong. He's a weak man. He took advantage of his sister that he was gaslighting into thinking it was his sibling. Then he pushed her down the stairs. He's a gross man. No, I'd kill him. I would kill you. Yeah, I'd kill him. All right, we're getting into the hunters now, and this is where things are gonna start changing for me. So, Leo, I'm not fighting you out of respect because I feel very bad for everything you've been through, and I don't want to give you an extra burden. And also because I know I would get demolished in that fight. Alright, smiley face. So this is a little interesting. So it would be a fair fight. So I may be able to kill him as his survivor form. However, if I'm going up against smiley face as the hunter, he's a little buff, he's a little girthy, he's a little big. He's a big man, uses the base model that the first three hunters used. Um, but he's the same weak man that I know. And his rocket would do nothing because it looks like just a dumb little plastic toy, and I would break his toy, which would make him sad. I would take off his hat and call him stupid, then I would probably fight him, but he's strong, so he would fight me back, and it would be a tie. Gamekeeper, I'd get my ass whooped. I mean, what can you say? He's a man who had his head cut off by his hunter peers and then stitched his best friend, who was an elk's head, back onto him. That is a messed up person. Um, Not messed up in the moral sense, but messed up in like, holy shit, you have an elk for a head, and I would get destroyed. He has a hook, and he would impale me with the hook, and I'd die from it, and that would suck. And I can't really do anything. I can't punch him in the face because he's an elk. He probably wouldn't even feel it because he doesn't have like nerves. Like he can't really feel anything up there, right? Because it's not him, the Ripper. So I'd kill you. I would kill him. I don't like the Ripper. I hate the Ripper. He's skinny and stupid and tall, and the tallness is all he has. He may have dumb little sharp fingers, right? But I could break his hand. I could break his fingers. I could probably even rip it off if I wanted to. And then I would grab his arm, and then I would spin him. I would spin him comically, like a character in a cartoon, and I'd fling him like 1,000 miles away, and then he'd die. He would hit something, and he'd die from the momentum and the force. Soul Weaver. All right, I don't beat women, and also it wouldn't be a fair fight. And I love Violetta. I would never hurt you. I wouldn't ever touch you. I'd let you kill me, even. Geisha. I don't beat women. As much as I don't like playing against Geisha, I don't beat women. Wu Chang. So I get my ass whooped. He'd probably either possess me with one of his items, or he would do horrible, horrible things to me, including killing me, and I would die. I would get my ass whooped to him, and that would not be good. It wouldn't be good. Photographer. I'd kill him. He's a short, stupid man with a sword, and he's French, and that's all he has. That's all he does. He's a stupid idiot, and I'd kill him like his brother died. He would die. He might be able to take a couple fancy pictures. He might be able to make another dimension, but I before he could even get to his camera, I'd break his camera, then I'd break him. I'd break him everywhere. I'd break every bone in his body. I'd kill him. Mad Eyes. He's an old, stupid man, and I hate him. I'd kill him. So he would be destroyed. He would be destroyed after the fight. He might have a metal arm, and he might be able to do some damage with it, but I'm too fast. I would dodge all of his attacks. I would grab him by his sideburns, and I'd start swinging him around and like clanging him up, like he would sound like a metal pipe hitting the floor, and he'd die. And I'd kill the old man. I'd put him out of his misery. I'd give him the easy way out. Albeit he would feel a lot of pain before that, but yeah, he's just a miserable, stupid old man. You might be 50 years old canonically, but you look disgusting and old, and I hate you. The Feaster, it's not even a talk. You know what? No, I would get my ass whooped, but I'm not fighting you out of respect because you're a god. You're literally a deity, and I'd probably start like worshiping you before fighting you because I know I wouldn't ever win. And also, he's pretty cool. I mean, you have to admit it. He's a guy. He's a tentacle guy. Got a lot of eyes. He has a lot of power. Dream Witch, I don't beat women, but she kind of transcends womanhood. She's a god, a snake god, and I'm not fighting her out of respect for that. I wouldn't fight her in human terms because she'd be a woman. However, she's a god, and you can't even fight her anyway because she's on a whole other plane of reality. She fights through little leeches, little guys, and I still wouldn't fight them because they resemble children, and I don't beat children, as everybody knows. Axe Boy, I don't beat children. Just kidding, I would kill him. So I like Axe Boy. Nah, no. I'm not fighting you. You're a kid. Just kidding, I'd kill him. Um, because his head's gone. So, I mean, what does he have to work with? He has wood. He has sticks. He has an axe, but he's not very strong. He's a little boy. He's a little kid. He can't really swing very hard. So I would disarm him. I would take his axe and I would hold it above his head, and he wouldn't be able to reach it. And then while he's trying to get his axe, I would kick him. I would kick him. I'd punt kick him into the sun like I did little girl. So that's two children burning in the sun together. Evil reptilian. I would get my ass whooped. He's a big lizard man. What do you want me to say? I would get killed. Like even fighting in survivor form, it's just a fair fight. In a lizard form, I wouldn't survive 2 seconds. He would rip my face off and he would eat me, and I wouldn't mind that. Bloody Queen, I don't beat women. Guard 26. So this is gonna be. I'm just gonna put him here while I talk for now. So he's a robot. He's a tin can, and he has bombs. He has many bombs that he can explode, and explosions hurt you. So in a fight, it would be like fighting an armored man, except you can't hurt him. So what I would do is I would bring a comically large hammer to the fight, and I would destroy him. I'd crush him with the hammer, and he'd be screws and nuts after I'm done with him. He'd be nothing. He'd be reduced to metal, the metal scraps that he is. Oops, that's the wrong one. I'd kill him. Yeah, fuck you, dude. Disciple, I don't beat women. I'm not that kind of guy. Violinist, I would lose because he literally he sold his soul to the devil. Um, I think he did, but he'd kill me. He'd use his hair to kill me. He would strangle me, or he'd probably cut me with his that little like thing that you used with the violin. He would kill me with it. Sculptor, I don't beat women. That wouldn't be fair. I love Galatea. It wouldn't hurt you. Undead. Alright, so as much as I hate Undead, as much as I hate Ashley Woods, I would get my ass whooped because he's a huge man. He's a zombie. He's still alive, technically, but he's like the perfect human. You can't hurt him. He probably wouldn't even be able to feel it. He would just chop me in half with his big old sword, and that would suck, and I wouldn't stand a chance against him. Breaking Wheel, I hate you. I hate you and all that you are. You think that you're so cheeky bringing three people to a fight, and you think that I won't be able to tell. I would rip that cloak off and reveal all three of you, and then what I would do is you would join Axe Boy and Little Girl up in the sun. I would line all three of the brothers up, and I would kick all three of them one by one into the sun, and they would die that way. They would burn. Naiad, I don't beat women, plus she's a fish, and I love fish. I'm not hurting my fellow fish friends. Wax artist, I don't really like racism that much, so I'd probably kill him. I'd probably, well, first I'd talk to him. I would say racism is wrong, and then he'd be like, "What?" And I would kill him. I would probably bring a flamethrower to the fight, so I would melt the wax, like little effigy of his sister he has on the side of him. So he would watch that happen, and he'd be like, "Oh no!" And then I'd burn him alive, and he'd die. Even though it's not a fair fight, I mean, he's not being fair. He's bringing a wax gun to the fight, so I can bring a flamethrower, alright? God, you people, I swear. Always arguing with me. Nightmare. So, Orpheus would kill me as a survivor. So I'm actually gonna make a wait, what did I just do? I'm actually going to make a tier below um to the plane of reality that I would be sent into by Orpheus. He would kill me so hard. Um, Not only is he extremely messed up and strong, but he's a big bird man, and he would kill me even stronger and harder than human Orpheus would. Clerk, I don't beat women. Hermit, you're nothing. You're nothing. You're just a tall, thin idiot. Everybody thinks you're hot and sexy and awesome and yaoi, but I would kill you. I would break all your bones. I would kill you. You would be like you would be a sock puppet after I'm done with you. You'd just be like a little guy on the floor. You'd be dead. You'd be reduced to ashes. I hate you, dick. Night Watch. So it would be a fair fight. So he's a short guy. He has to use stilts because he's making up for his height with that. But what would probably happen in the fight is I would first take advantage by grabbing his ear tufts. So you see those two little tufts of hair coming out of his little ear holes? That's actually his real hair if you look at his face model. That's his real hair. So grabbing those would give me the advantage. So I would grab his hair and I would start um, swinging him around the same way I did with a couple other characters. But the thing is, he has the power of wind on his side, so he would probably stop the momentum using his wind. Then he would hit me with his axe, but I would dodge the blunt side. I mean, I would dodge the sharp side. Then I would snap his axe in half, but then he would probably kick me a lot, and it would hurt. It would be a fair fight. So like, I probably wouldn't be able to kill him. He probably wouldn't be able to kill me. It wouldn't be a huge win for either of us. It would just be a fair fight, a tie, if you will. Opera singer, I don't beat women. Fool's Gold. All right, so this is a little interesting, right? So I'm gonna put him here while I talk, the same way I did with Bon Bon, right? So he is Norton. He's Norton Campbell. The same guy that. Wait, where did I put him? I thought I put him. Where is he? Oh, right there. Yeah, it's a fair fight. So if he's a hunter, which he is in this case, he would. I'd lose the fight. I wouldn't be able to beat him because not only is he half rock, but he's also. I mean, he's half rock. Like, you can't really do anything to that. You see his animations in game. After he hits you, he has the ability to. While he's doing his hit recovery, you can see that all the rocks are moving around while he recoils. So that means he's able to move the rocks around. And even if I was strong enough to punch his rocks and break them, he would probably just be able to move them out of the way. And he would. No, I'd get my ass whooped. He'd kill me. He would destroy me in a fight. As much as I hate going against Fool's Gold, there's nothing I could do in this case. He would kill me, he would destroy me. The Shadow. I'm not fighting you out of respect. Similar situation to Feaster and Dream Witch. Also, I main her, so I give her that respect. I give her the courtesy of not fighting her. Not only would she kill me in not only with her stick, but also with her alien. But also she's a woman, so I wouldn't fight her because of that as well. Goat Man, I would get my ass whooped. He's a big man, big strong buff man. You know how I am with big strong buff men. He would kill me really hard. He's a force of nature. He's a force to be reckoned with. He has a couple animal parts. And as I mentioned earlier, I don't beat animals, right? Plus, you can't really beat an animal anyway because I couldn't really punch him in the elk head. You know, I'm talking about Gamekeeper here, Bane. So like, not only would I would not really be able to hurt him in his animal parts, but because he probably wouldn't be able to feel it, but he'd kill me. He'd kill me so hard, so fast, and I'd be a bloody, broken wreck after it's all done. Now, well, it appears that we're down to the last guy. So Hullabaloo, the new hunter, the one that I can't play any quick matches without fighting. So, as you can see above, I said with Mike Morton, who I love, by the way, that I'd kill him. Not because I don't like him, but because he's so weak and just he's pathetic, and I'd be able to kill him. But Hullabaloo, however, he's just a taller version with less human parts. He has a spring connecting his torso to his legs. So what I would do is, yeah, I'd kill him. I would disconnect the spring, so he would just be like a torso. He'd be two halves really. And then what I would do is I would kick his legs up into the sun, and then I would grab him by his weird Goku hair, and then I'd swing him in a similar way that you've seen prior, and then I would throw him as far as I could, and he'd die. He wouldn't be able to fight me at all. That being said, like I said already, I love Mike, and I play both of these guys. Hullabaloo came out a week ago, but I love playing him. As much as I hate going against him personally, I will most likely continue playing him and maining him. And it appears that we're all done here. We just have these three, which are just different versions of characters we already did. So, it appears that I've had a lot of fights today, so I'm feeling quite tired actually. I've gotten killed a couple times. I've killed many people. I've wiped the floor with many people because I'm so strong. But yeah, that's been the Identity 5 tier list. Uh, yeah,